I was very disturbed when I saw this as well, Mo, and I'm so glad that you took the time to get this out there, and in doing so you have confirmed for me, and now I have some confirmations to share for you. Back in August, I woke up to a bird. It was white and it was taking off into flight, and it was going in the opposite direction of this one because I was thinking it was a dove, but it was much bigger. Later, I had a confirmation right outside my window. I'm sitting here at my desk. About 4 feet from my window, a hawk took to flight. This here is the moon going in front of the sun. It was just, I think, the 13th and 14th of November that we had a total eclipse of the sun. It was viewable in the southern hemisphere. On the evening of November 12th, I thought it was pretty strange that these words to the song had been going through my head for about a day and a half. And finally, in the evening of the 12th, I just, said, well, I better go write this down. Then I saw on the 13th and 14th that there was a total eclipse. This was kind of weird, how he's got his left hand over his heart and his right hand up like he's taking a pledge. I totally agree here with what you've said. Egypt and those Egyptian things are so, well, let's just say Egypt hasn't let go of the Israelites. This reminds me, and I've seen this before, and even something like this, like the Tower of Babel. But, and I'm not really, I'm not that learned in the Bible like some of you are. So if you have a message here, please add it on and teach and show that no man will be deceived. Because in my heart, you must know that the deceived will deceive. I mean, that is just horrifying to think of, especially if you have a heart for people, you have a heart for God. Be certain that you're not deceived. Like by celebrating things like Halloween, okay? Oh, okay. So anyway, let's go on here and look at this. And so that reminded me of this, which I also watched yesterday, the symbolism behind the Olympic ritual ceremony in London, 2012, of course. New Jerusalem, Zion. Yeah, they had this song. They're like, I don't know if it's their anthem or what, but that New Jerusalem will be built in England. So keep your eyes on England. Trust no man. I don't care if you've loved him since he was a baby, okay? Don't be deceived, that you may not deceive others. Up here in the Olympics was the Tree of Knowledge, and then there's this pathway leading up to the Tree of Knowledge. It's the fact that this knowledge is placed on top of a ziggurat. I think that's the pronunciation. Is no surprise, as Satan is always trying to make himself the most high by using mountains, pyramids, ziggurats, and towers to ascend himself. So it also seems pretty interesting that in that the Google Doodle that there's these towers. Okay, so going on, this to me was a representation of youth reaching up, reaching for God, reaching for God-likeness, but they certainly are confused because they're reaching into darkness. They're reaching into a spider, you know, the web, the World Wide Web, described as a spider. In Job, I have one of my videos questioning, is the World Wide Web spoken about in Job? Now to hear, this is of old, an old time phonograph, sitting here like he's just waiting. I feel like this is a representation of false alarms. Lilies, not dead. I think here she's pointing to the deception. Now these two are intellects, and with the book in hand, just the whole dress, almost organizational, you know, to fit into this society. She has allowed herself to be bitten. Proper looking woman has allowed herself to be bitten and involved now in darkness. I hope that this message will encourage you. Now, I know it's difficult. Be encouraged. We serve an awesome God. He is a King of Kings and Lord of Lords. We have something to shout about, and that's what we're doing. So thank you, Mo, for getting out there, and I just love what you do, that you have done what I could not do, and then in doing so, you have encouraged me to take a closer look at this. All things that are meant for evil towards you, God will turn for good if you will walk according to His ways and you are called according to His purposes. So in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, for His full glory, I bid you shalom.